Hello everybody. Look at all this yummy that I've got on here today. Oh my goodness, you've already seen some of this morning with our lovely Mr. Waite, because I'm not here on my, as you can hear in the background. I know people say that I'm noisy. See, he's here, he's in the building, you just can't physically see him. He's making as much noise as you can possibly. There, see?
Got lots of, it sounds like I'm in a mechanics.
You're going to be later, having your tyre fixed.
Oh, I know.
So I'm not on my own. We've got a lovely Sam producing this time. She's gone from cameras to production. Hi. We've got Ethan on cameras. He's come through from the warehouse. He's got multi-hats on today. He keeps taking that one off and putting that one on and running around like don't know what. You've got myself. Sorry, because I've just been in the other one, so you've had me for 2 hours. I apologise. And then, of course, we've got our Mr. Waite. Are you doing comments as well, Sam?
I think Anna might be doing it.
And our lovely Hannah at home. So put some love in the comments for Hannah. I ain't got the iPad, so I can't talk to anybody because I don't know who's following us. So good morning. Welcome. We're having a cracking morning today, aren't we? Absolutely cracking morning. We brought you all sorts. Thank you for the last show, because the storage... And we're not kidding when it comes in that we go have a wander around the warehouse and we go, oh, this is a bit nice, and we all want it. So thank you for joining us for that last hour. Now, coming along with us now, we are going on a little bit of a colour adventure. Are you doing that on purpose? Just the camera went down a little bit. Your knees needed to bend. Okay, because I thought he was taking the mick because I'm only little. He just went like that and came back up again. So we've got a colour, all these plethora and rainbows of all these loveliness on the show today, which is fantastic. So we've got inks galore, we've got micas, we've got stencils, we've got canvases, we've got different mediums, everything that you could possibly need to work with making creations and your projects like this. Thank you, Amber. So how do you shop? That's one thing, that's the most important thing that you need to know. So you're watching us out there on the social media platforms, because this is all about our social shopping. So we've got there on Facebook and Instagram. Now, if you're at home and you've got a smart TV and you don't want to watch us on your handheld device, you can actually watch us on YouTube as well. So you can watch us on YouTube and shop on your phone or your device that you're also watching us on. Now, to shop on social media, you do need a code. So throughout the hour, along the counter, I'll be telling you to type in shop brush, for instance, because that's where we're starting at, because this is just brilliant. So shop brush into the comments below, as if you're talking to one another, and then you'll get another message back from Highlight Crafts that says thank you very much for your purchase. In there, when you're ready to check out, is a link. So just open any of those messages that you've received from Highlight, click the link that is inside it, and it will take you straight to your shopping basket on our website. Then you log in and check out. Now, I've mentioned the website. You can actually go straight to the website and follow us on there straight away.
Can you now?
Stop it, because you're just making it worse.
I'm saying not.
I'm not saying anything
Nada.
either. So moving on, clear, over that. So on the website, www.highlightcrafts.com, okay? And we stream on there every hour that we're live. Stop laughing. I didn't quite say it. I stopped myself, but it was close.
We'll have a look later, shall we?
We're all at it, aren't we? Lovely Lewis got an eye, and it's like, oh, that's me. That's since that's on our WhatsApp group now for us to watch it, because it's quite funny. What was I saying? Website.
Blimey.
So you can watch us on our website. Watch us live. Every hour we are live, you can watch us on there, because we stream on there straight away. But on there, it's a little bit different. You can actually use the shop codes if you want to. However, all of the product is already on the screen. Okay, so down the side of the screen, all the products are listed. All you need to do is tap on one of the products that you're interested in and then add it to your basket. Once you start adding it to your basket, a little basket will appear. Well, actually, it's a little red shopping bag. That number will go up every time you put something in there. And when you're ready for checking out, and our fabulous packing ninjas in the warehouse will get your order, click on the shopping bag, log in and check out. And then you can actually shop ahead on the website. So now when you're on the website, there's a little button on there that suggests to shop today's deals. So when you're shopping today's deals, it's everything that is on all of the shows, okay? So, of course, when you're one of our members, you get a £35 basket spend or over and your postage is free. So maybe you're up to £23 and something or £33 and something. Look at that button. There may be something that takes you over to actually get your free postage. So welcome one and all. That's how you watch and shop. Come on, our David.
I'm on my way.
So we have actually fallen in love with these machines, haven't we? I've had one for some years. But it's fabulous, absolutely brilliant, because it makes everything really easy and it's seamless mist. They're beautiful. So first of all, like I suggested, Shop Brush will put this into your basket. It's the Ultra Fine Airbrush kit and it's a full kit for $34.99.
Now, if you missed out on this earlier, we now have it back. Do we have it back, Sam? We do. We don't have many there, but we do have it back. Okay, we have managed to get some more, but it was absolutely flying earlier. Okay, so this here for you is your rechargeable cordless airbrush tool. Now it's a USB charge port on here as well, with your power, of course, as an indicator. And you've got a 2-speed process with this one. You put it on for your first initial speed, and then it's got a step-down function as well. Really easy to use, really easy to hold. This one's just a slightly different shape to the one that I have actually got at demo, but it does the exact same thing. Along with the actual unit itself, you're going to get 2 of these little pans, okay? One is slightly larger than the other. You can use it either side regardless. I always use the larger one because I just find it easier to clean. In fact, I don't think I've ever even used a smaller one, but you can use both. They've also got a little rubber grommet that sits around these, so you've got a nice tight seal on them so you don't get any liquid coming out. You're also as well going to get the trigger with the barrel. Now this here has it screws off at the top here to reveal the needle on the inside. Now that needle is incredibly fine, okay? And what that does for you is it creates that diffusion in the sense that the needle follows through the actual unit itself right down the center, and then just putting this nice and tight gives you a cone effect, okay? So it literally fans out all of the ink and air together. The unit itself threads together super easily. So you take the cross section of the barrel and all you're going to do is twist it like that onto the unit itself. There we go. So pop it together and then you choose which barrel you're going to work with. So for example, if you're going to use your larger one, that just goes on the top like this and then you spin it around, tighten it up so it's a push fit, nice and tight. There we are. And then you fill it with your inks. You also as well on the back of here have this. Now this you can twist clockwise and anti-clockwise. Twisting it anti-clockwise is going to let the thread come out further, meaning your trigger will go back further, which actually allows more ink and air to flow through. Putting it forward like this will reduce the amount of ink flowing through. So of course you can concentrate and actually tailor. See how that trigger won't go back any further now? But put it back a little bit. I've got a bit of give there, okay? So you're actually changing and tailoring the flow and distribution. It does also come with your USB-C power cord. That means you plug it in, charge it up. It doesn't take long to charge it all, about an hour. And it gives you a really long charge time. Now the thing is with this, it's varied. If you've got it on continuously, of course, it's going to drain quicker. If you're doing smaller intermediate projects where you're just sort of going from one to the next, it's going to last you a very long time. I've only charged mine about 3-4 times in the whole time I've been demonstrating it and making samples, so you can see how long it lasts. And you also get all of your cleaning instruments. So you're going to get your pipette inside here as well. Your pipette is used for filling up inks or cleaning it out, okay, so you can top it up as you're working with it. So you take the lid off and top it up with your inks. Then you also get 2 jump rings, one with your little bottle brushes on here, super fine ones that go down the nozzles, and your larger ones for your bigger chambers. And then you've got the ones without the bristles on. Now these ones are my favourite because this ultra fine one here goes right down that sharp nozzle, but it's flex, so as it goes in, it will work into all of the channels and the barrel of it, giving it a nice clean. And you do get some extra O-rings inside there as well, which if you did ever misplace or lose any of those, you can replace them.
Super, isn't it? And all of that, and I say all of that, but it's not. There's tons there. All that versatility for $34.99. It's just a phenomenal product. Now, there are those out there because I own one. But I tend to go for this one all the time because I've not got a lead, I've not got a cord, I've not got an air tube going to it that I'm having to fight with it. So it doesn't matter where I am. So I'm crafting on the go as well with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can take it with you as well, which is just brilliant.
Well, if you've got an area as well, say if you're doing an airbrush project and maybe you're doing a piece of furniture or you're doing wall decoration, if you're up here doing the wall and your compressor cord is probably only around about 50 centimeters a meter, because that's usually how long they are, or the coiled up ones are constantly springing you back, you're not going to be able to get up there. You're going to have to then raise your compressor and plug it into an extension cord and have that raised up.
You are.
Really frustrating, but with this, you can literally take it anywhere that you need to go.
I felt like I was going to get misted then. So shop brush $34.99, but there's not many back in stock. So
sold out
now
this morning.
We did, absolutely cracking show this morning. So if you weren't with us this morning, this is your opportunity if you've missed out. Now we've got inks. Inks are what we recommend to actually put through the brush, the airbrush.
Yes, these are specific airbrush
they are,
ones.
Yes, specific.
Pacific.
No, that's a sea. Or an ocean. Is it an ocean?
The Pacific Ocean.
Yes, there we go. So we've got artist and we've got specialist, okay? So shop artist gets you these colours and there are 15 for $27.99.
I think that one's your specialist, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep. That one
Well, we did say we weren't sure, were we, Sam?
Your neons are your specialist. So all of your neon colours in here as well, they're your specialist range.
These are beautiful.
So with the difference with an airbrushing ink with this is that it's not going to dry on constant contact with the airflow, okay? You also don't need to thin it down. You can thin them if you want to, but they are perfectly balanced in their viscosity to run through your airbrushing equipment without it clogging, okay? So you can change your inks over. You don't have to continuously clean. You want to clean every now and again through continued use or prolonged use. But your airbrushing inks are the perfect thickness for you to be able to utilise them. Now they've got a seal on them, so as soon as you've opened them, they're good to go. Now they've got a really fine tip nozzle on them as well, which means that when you're tipping them up and filling them into your pots, they're really easy to flow with. They do also come with as well a cleaning brush and a pair of gloves. Gloves are optional. The cleaning brush, add that to your jump ring. This is the perfect width to go down the little channel in the top of those ink bottles. If you ever did leave any of the lids off and you need to clean them and open them, you can use this to do it. But you're getting 15 colours inside here for $27.99.
And they're beautiful colours.
I think it works out at about £1.60 or something in ink, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy. So, do we cross over any colours in between these two kits? We don't, do we?
Not of exact colours, no. They're two completely separate bundles. So we've put them in two separate kits for you of 15 tones.
That
so for
is
everything
brilliant.
you're going to get in the next one, they are different
They're
shades.
all different, absolutely.
All of you this morning that joined us, and thank you for doing so, did shop for both bundles and they both did sell out. Now in between shows, Stephanie and the team who are our buying department have been working on sourcing more for us, and they've been able to do so. Now there's not a great deal of them, but we have had enough to be able to do another show for you, because we were thinking at that point of time, are we going to be able to come back and do the airbrushing show for you? And we were umming and ahhing, and we thought, well, we could just do a demo hour, because lots of you had bought it, but then Stephanie managed to actually get hold of it. So that really changes the game. It allows you to actually be able to purchase and enjoy the show.
So now the next one, so they're your specialist. The next one is your artist. And again, you're getting 15 colours for $27.99. Now, what I didn't mention at the top of the hour is that when you're a member and you log in, remember, you already get discounts on top of the prices that we're giving you, okay? So that is really important to remember. Then, oh my goodness, David, these colours are stunning.
They're really nice. You've got pastel in here as
Look
well.
at these.
You'll also find within some of the collections, like for example, in your first one, you've got metallic. Now you might be thinking, metallic and mica, how does that work? Okay, well, these are airbrushing inks. So even with a little bit of mica in there, it's suitable for an airbrush still. Just don't add any additional mica to them.
These really are beautiful, beautiful colours. I must admit, I do like the soft the softer colours that are at the top. Aren't they beautiful?
So they will work on ceramics, wood, metal, cardstock. You can use these on fabric and hand wash them. There's lots of different surfaces you can use these with. They are all water-based.
Absolutely gorgeous. So that one is Shop Artist again. So first one, your specialist, is where you're going to get your neons, okay? So your neons, 15 colours are in the specialist bundle. And then Shop Artist, the different colour ways, so you're not going to duplicate on your colours. So this one is where you're going to find your pastels. So either pick the one that you're going to work with the most, but for me, I want all of it.
Oh, well, absolutely. You'd collect the whole lot all together in one place. They are gorgeous inks
They
as
really
well.
are stunning.
They are an airbrush ink, so I'm going to say keep them just for your airbrush techniques.
Yes.
You can use them for other things as well, and you can paint with them, but they're specifically formulated for this process. So, you know, with the viscosity, with the texture, with the consistency of these, it's different to using a standard ink. If you want to use your airbrush tool with other inks or paints out there in the world, you can do that, but you need to make sure you're thinning it down. Now, we do have the extender on the show to be able to do that, but you may want to use a paint thinner that's appropriate for a specific brand of paint that you've got. Or you can avoid any confusion and just go for the inks that are designed for the process, because you don't really need any additional colours other than if they did something else.
And the colours are yummy. I've got to admit, there's not one in there. You know, sometimes you get a colour palette and you look at it and you think, yeah, well, I'm not going to use at least 3 of those.
They're gorgeous.
I love everything else, but there's 3 that I won't use.
Together.
There, look at those.
They're really nice
Aren't
colours
they
together
pretty?
there. And then you could dip in and then just use your white with them as well. And I think those 3 together would be gorgeous, especially for ceramics.
So, question, David.
Do you need to seal them with Aquazone after you spray on glass and wood?
I would suggest doing so, absolutely. You don't have to, but if you want to make it to be fully washable, great question. Do you need to seal it? I would give it a seal of Cadence Aquastone varnish. That's why we've got it on the show.
Brilliant, absolutely fantastic, but they are really, truly yummy colours. Now, we're bringing you more inks, okay, because these are our Cadence, and you've seen these before, but they are, again, beautiful. So even if you're not going to put them into your gun, into your air gun.
Yes, because we'd suggest not to use these in the tool.
But they're going to complement everything else. They'll all work stunningly together. This one is Shop Media, and these are your shimmer spray bundle. You get in, are these all of the shimmer colours?
Yeah, you're getting the entire bundle here together. So you can...
Sorry, David. $54.99 for everything.
Yeah, the whole lot of them together. So you're going to get all 16 of them. And together with these colours, they have a higher content of mica within inside them. So they would naturally, well, potentially block inside your airbrush. So that's why they come with the pump bottles. They're not just in a capped bottle. So you spritz them instantly.
Aren't these? So that is the shimmer that you're going to get. These... Oh my goodness, look at the shimmer that's in the bottom of these bottles. So we recommend when you're shaking these, you go side to side like that, or you give them a roll like that. Don't put the bottle up and down.
You can also put a little ball bearing or a little marble or a little tiny
do.
pearl or something in there, and that helps.
Seed bead, anything like that, just to then disperse your mica that's in the bottom. But when you see the intensity of the mica that is, look at that one, look at that one.
Yeah, these are gorgeous.
Look at that.
Yeah. So that's your full ink set of ink sprays.
Yummy, yummy.
These are designed for paper craft or porous surfaces. They're not machine washable, and if you do want to glaze them, that will give you them sealed, okay?
Lovely.
But they're water-based inks.
Now, talking about the mica that's in the base of this, oh my giddy aunt. Look at this. Now that is a thing of beauty, I'm going to say. So this one is Shop Mica. Are you getting, are you ready? 52 colours.
52 colours.
3 grams in each one, which makes it $39.99. So 352s.
Sorry?
156.
Well, we worked it out, they were about 78 pence each.
Are you kidding?
I know.
Are you kidding?
No. That's the price it worked out for 52 inside there for that bundle. It's a crazy deal.
It really
You've got
is.
interference ones in here, like your chameleon powders as well. So not just pigments, not just colours, not just metallics, you've got interference. This is like the best set of micas we have ever done.
So you get the shimmers in here as well, like your more intense shimmers.
Yeah, you've got black glitter as well.
You've got, yeah, that's what I was just looking at, the black glitter. That is phenomenal. And looking at it...
Do you want to get up close so you can see them all?
Can we open this?
Look, mine's open there.
It's over there. Just have a little cast over that one, because there's none of them that are duplicated. There are 50, because sometimes you will get 52 colours, but you'll get a couple of the same duplication maybe.
Yeah.
None of those are duplicated, so you're actually getting 52 colours of mica. Now, when you use mica, you don't need you only need the littlest amount, and it goes a very long way. Now, I know David has got some incredible techniques, because one of the things that we do have on the show that works incredible with the mica is the Aquastone. So I want to jump to this first, because we're talking about the mica, because this makes the most beautiful medium, doesn't it?
Yeah, so basically what this does is you use it as a glaze. It will go into any surface to lock it in and seal it, but you can mix your micas into it. So you're creating your own mica paint, your own mica glaze. You can put as much or as little as you want with this. I'll show you it during the show, what effects you can create with it. 500 ml. There is 4 and a bit bottles, okay, of the 120 ml in here. So it's almost 5 times the size, but you're not paying 5 times as much. It is a crazy price. It's $39.99, and you're getting 500 ml, so half a litre in total of Aquastone glazing varnish. It's waterproof, it's moisture resistant, it's water repellent. We bought this stock in to last us through summer. I think the initial overall stock that we started with, or over 80% of that is now gone.
Which is, I mean, when you talk about lasting us all summer, I know you're all sat there saying, well, summer's only one day here in England, but
I think we've had some really good weather.
We have had some really good weather. It was nice that it was raining the other day. That was a joy, wasn't it? So that is going fast. And then when does the next lot come in? I
don't know. We'll have to find out.
Right. So you may have to wait again. But when you're getting something like that, I love the fact that when you've got a 500 ml like this, when you get your smaller one, I'm a little bit more, do I want to use it to make another, or do I want to use it as my sealer?
Well, you don't have to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about this now, because you can make all your other mediums, your glazes and everything else, and still use it for what it is, because you've got plenty to work with. You don't have to be frugal with it now, do you?
No.
Now, one of the other inks that we have on here is your Earth, your Brights, and which is that one gone?
Yes, that one has gone now. So we've just got your Summer, your Earth, and your Brights.
Ah, right, Summer. So Summer's at the top. And these are $12.99 for the 4 colours, which again is phenomenal. Does that make it £3 or £4 each?
Yeah, $12.99, I guess.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely brilliant. So you've got your Summer at the top, beautiful. You've then got your Earth in the middle. These are your more, neutral tones. And then at the bottom, you've got your Brights. But again, look at the colourways that you're getting in these Cadence bottles. They're going to work across everything else, and they're going to be one of those things that complement. So they're going to either complement your micas, because that particular blue is going to work beautifully down here with this. Okay?
And you can put micas in them.
You can, you absolutely can mix your own micas. So everything's going to complement everything else that we've got on the show, because we've bought you a full rainbow of colour today. So a little bit more that we've got on the back. These, I've not seen these, David.
Oh, have you not?
I've not seen these. These are beautiful.
So these for you, this starting off with your Craftmaster 12x12s. This is your circle set, okay? Now to go for this set here, it's Shop Circles. It's £29.99 for 4 12x12s. I think it works out about £7 something a stencil, which is crazy, okay? Now for these, if you were to go into a shop and buy a 12x12 stencil, you'd be looking at about £14.99 plus for a 12x12.
Absolutely.
These were SVGs. We've now done them on our laser. So they're made and manufactured in-house. Airbrushing through these are going to look glorious.
Absolutely. But also, because of how big they are, this is also on furniture. This is now creating, with your home decor. I've actually not seen these. Oh, David, these are beautiful.
Isn't that one a little bit fancy? I think these are great. I'm going to be using this one here first with our airbrush tool, but with your airbrush, these are great to work with.
They're absolutely talking to me. Those are. I adore. These are stunning. Oh my God, everybody, you need these in your baskets.
Well, look at this one, and I could make a full doily out of that one there. And they repeat round, not just side by side, but full ways across.
And these are big doormats.
Yeah, doormats.
For tiles, anything like that. Wall decor. These are just stunning. And then, of course, on wall decor, going back to the airbrush, you haven't got to lug anything with you. It's literally charge it, and away you go.
Yep.
So whether you're upcycling furniture, wardrobes, cupboards, it doesn't matter what it is, you're going to be able to do that, and you've got a really nice big stencil to do it.
So it's shop circles for your circular ones, or it's shop square for your square designs, and they're both $29.99 each.
Their original names.
They are indeed. Well, couldn't be simpler.
Couldn't be simpler. Now, gesso. I keep going on about this. You were talking about your black gesso. Was it just this morning, or was it yesterday?
Was, yeah.
He opened his black gesso pot and he says, do you know what? He says, of all the things to say about a product, he says, do you know what? I'm actually nearly finally at the end of the pot. Those were the words. I'm actually finally at the end of the pot.
I've got the pot with me as well. And I must have had it over a year. And I use it all the time on all the shows. Think about all those metallic shows I've done where I've painted everything black first. I use that pot to do it.
And do you know why? Because it's one coat.
Look at that.
Oh, we might be scraping out the edges on that one.
That's what I was doing. It was like when you've got the box of layer pack and you're literally going around it with a cotton bud trying to get the last bit out. That's what I'm doing with this now.
Nearly a year. Well, I'm going to say you've had that a good year.
Oh, at least. Absolutely at least. But this is how far it goes. Now you're going to get the both of them there, your black and your white gesso, in a bundle together for you. And that is shop gesso at £11.99.
Which is
it's
phenomenal.
Fabulous stuff. It really is.
Absolutely. I would be more than happy to take the lid off of that and hang it over my head.
You don't have to do that. You can just paint with it.
You can just paint. You can just paint with
I'd be more than happy to go home with this and stretch myself in the shower.
No, not with those. That.
Yeah, it's thick.
It's thick.
Yeah.
Now, I've got gessos at home that I absolutely would not do that with ever, because it would all just come out like liquid. It's just that thin. Whereas this, I know that every time when I reach for the Cadence gesso, I only put one coat on because that's all I need. So again, it's like anything, isn't it? You buy the good quality stuff, you buy it once, you buy the other stuff, you buy that, and then you go and buy the good quality stuff, so you buy it twice.
Oh, I've done that with loads of stuff. Do that with tools all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. I picked this up earlier thinking that there were the stretch canvases on a wooden frame and nearly put my back out.
Oh.
What's that?
That's our giveaway from earlier. I don't know what that's doing there. It's a fridge magnet.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I thought, oh my
It's
goodness,
been
the canvas has just had a
sublimated.
baby. Oh, look. Oh, I need these in my life. Are we doing sublimation later?
It's next.
Yes, it is next. Just saying. Are we all right for these ones, though, Sam?
Yeah, there's 2 left.
The 6x6.
We're all right with this 2.
There's 2 left, though. That
great.
is it.
That's your lot. Small
lot.
onions. So these are your 6x6 canvas panels.
They are
now,
indeed.
again, one,
I
quick,
love these. They're fab.
$17.90. Yeah, they are, and they're a nice size. So
You've
if
got
you
14.
want, I know, right? When
14.
So the $17.99, 14. That's like £1 something a piece, isn't it? I try and do my maths. I'm really bad at it.
Laugh. We'll be like all the time when we're together. We've got before the show. We're coming to it. Every product. So divide 1 million by 3,000. Jeez.
They really reasonably priced.
I don't know. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I can't at the minute. I've got no brain space.
Because you look at me straight away and I'm like...
Let's look at Sam. Sam, help. Sam. No, it's okay.
Just in general.
We're just talking in general. So Arteza, 14 6x6 canvases. And they really... I think for something like this, if you're doing a piece of wall art, do you know, I mean, this is really simple. Really simple. Buy those, paint them all different colours. Yep. Put that on. Do a display.
I would line them, because a 6x6 needs a 12x12, put 4 out and stencil it and then separate it.
That's a perfect way of working with it, isn't it? Or do that, get the dog paws, make paw prints on them. The kids, everybody do a handprint and do a piece of art on the wall like that as well. So you're making memories as well, which is just fantastic. And at that, it's just amazing. $17.99. We've only got the one though, so whoever gets the next one, you're on a winner. Now, people say, oh, we've had it occasionally, that this is a tester pot. I don't think these are testers. Absolutely not. I just think it is a really convenient way of being able to buy lots of different mediums together in one go.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
yes,
isn't it?
It is.
Absolutely. They're not testers at all. It just means that it's really easy for you to get all the ones that you love together in one go. And by doing that, it means the price comes down.
It does.
So all of these 5 different purposed surfaces. So they are for sealing.
Yeah, they're all different. There's 5 different adhesives in there. So you've got ones for sealing, glazing, glossing, antiquing, for your fabrics and for washables as well. I'm really sorry. I've got something in my eye. Can I quickly go and try and get it out?
Yeah, you go and stop. He's talking to me like that. I'm really sorry, but I need to go and deal with what's in my eye. Right, off he's gone. But yes, it's not, please don't think that this is a tester set, because it really is not a tester set. So in here, $14.99 Shop Magic, you are getting, and my favourite, absolute favourite, is the antique. Now, I know David's got one open. Let me just go to David's demo area. Don't tell him I've been here. Okay? Secret. Don't tell him, because he'll... That one. That is my favourite one in there, because you put that on the top of something and it gives you a beautiful antique finish, okay? So instead of having to then antique it and then paint it, it already looks like antique. He's back. He caught me. We've got our, for every occasion, bond and seal. So that's another one. Like David says, you've got your dishwasher safe, you've got your gloss one, and your matte effect. Now all of those are coming to you together, and look at them. They're not sample pots. These are full on what you need to have, so you've got a plethora to actually put your hand on and work with straight away. Are we all right?
Yes, we're fine.
Do I need to get the eye bath out?
No, it's fine, thank you. I'm all good. What I might do is quickly get ready for a demo. If you want to share with us just a quick recap with everyone how to shop, I'll come straight, or say hello to a few of our lovely viewers, and I'll get ready. Right,
we're going to swap round. Hello. Right, I've got the thigh pad, as David calls it. Let's see who's with us. A lovely lady earlier, I think it was Lorraine, said, "Oh, Amanda, that were close." It was close, wasn't it? Nearly, very nearly. Linda's on. Linda Chapman's watching us.
Oh, good morning, Linda.
Hey, Linda. Hi, darling. Morning, David, Amanda, Sam. Have a magical day. Absolutely. Right back at you, my love. Absolutely. Davina, Marie, Connie. Oh, we've got some. I'm not used to some of these names, David. We've got some new people watching.
Some new faces today.
Yeah, these. Helen. Hi, Helen, darling. Morning to you both. Would it be possible to give a quick demonstration on how to clean the airbrush? Yes.
Yeah, of course. Let's do that first,
it's all over that, Helen. He'll sort that for you. Jonathan's on. Morning, Jonathan, darling. Carol, Fran. Goodness me. Right, okay, everybody. Judith, that's the name that I've not seen. Hello, Judith. Good morning and welcome. Absolutely fantastic. So on the show today, we are bringing you a full plethora and a range of products that are all going to work beautifully together. So first of all, at the beginning, we've got brush. Shop brush. Now, this is the tool that you're going to need.
It's all allocated again.
Shop specialist.
The airbrush is gone, everyone.
So we've not got no airbrushes left. Well done, guys. Absolutely fantastic. I started talking about it and she turned around and put her head in her hands. Okay, so that's like that. Let's tidy it up. You're brilliant, aren't you? And you're not going to regret that, because that is one of the best tools that you're going to have. So all of you that have now got your brush, you need your inks. Now, these are your specialist inks that work with your airbrush, okay? So on this side, shop specialist, there's 15 colours. In the specialist is where you're going to find those beautiful neons. And they are stunning, absolutely yummy colours. Okay, $27.99. Along with that, The next set, and there is no colour, cross colour at all. The second one is Shop Artist. Okay, this is so £27.99 again, and there are no repeat colours in both bundles. So in Shop Artist, this is where you're going to find your pastels, etc. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. So Shop Specialist with your neons in it. Shop Artist is going to be your pastels. We're going to go to David because he's stood ready, poised like a panther. He is. Let's go this way.
Would you like to bring me that fuzzy brush that's just with one of the ink bundles, just so I can show it
That one?
everybody? Yes, thank you.
The fuzzy brush.
The fuzzy brush. Right, everybody, so cleaning your airbrush tool. We're going to do that first before we go into our inks, because it'd be a great way to share it with you before I get inks everywhere. But at the end of the show, if there is time, I'll show you again how to clean and flush it through, because we're going to use different colours. Now, your airbrush tool comes apart in different sections. Now, when you're starting to clean it, if you're noticing that your spray is diverting off to maybe to one side, or it's, you know, veering off in different directions, there's a blockage there, there's something going on, and it's usually a bit of dried ink, okay? It can happen if you leave it for a couple of minutes and you've not used it. So, at the tip of the actual tool here, there's a few ways to start cleaning it first, and sometimes you don't have to take it apart to do a full clean. What I'm going to do is just grab some water, okay? I'm going to put the water inside the pan at the top there. And then if you turn it on and hold your finger over the nozzle and pull the trigger back, it will bubble, okay? So you're now cleaning out the whole unit. That flushes the air and water back and forth up here, and it cleans it through. Pour that out, and then some fresh water, okay, like this, will then, if you turn it back on and pull that trigger back, it's going to give you a lovely airbrushed spray. Now, if you've still got issues at that point and it's still not yet cleared, take any excess water out, just flush that through till it dries up, and then you want to take this off. So you just unscrew this anti-clockwise, and you'll find here is where that ultra fine needle is. Okay, see that really fine needle, just be careful because it is sharp. You've then got this, which is like a little bullet that sits inside the tip. Okay, now what you want to do is remove that, and then you're left with this opening. Now you can use these to then poke into here, clean through, so you rub it back and forth, and those bristles are going to clean it. And then go to this one, your ultra fine wires, okay, without bristles on, and you want to poke it through and feed it through like that, and just rub it like that, the metal on metal. You just want to give it a nice clean. Mine's stained with a bit of ink around it. It doesn't affect the use. The bullet then goes back in. Make sure this is nice and clean as well. Usually this doesn't block up with any ink, but you might see some on the casing. That goes back inside here, like that. That all feeds back on through the pin needle at the top there. And also have a look at this point. If I was to fill this up with some water, it'll flush straight through without doing anything. So if I put a cup underneath here and fill it up, it's automatically just going to dribble out. And then just fire it out like that, okay? And that will just quickly send an air jet through it, and it'll just force any ink or water that's left inside there out.
And wet your colleague at the same time.
You've been down log flumes. It doesn't go very far. So what we're going to do now is screw it in like this, and then we do another test. So I'm going to fill it back up with just a little bit of water like this, and if I just take a piece of black card and hold it behind it, and you view it from the front here, you'll be able to see that nice fine air spray, just like that. Okay, see where you're getting that lovely fine air spray like that. See how it's building up? So now we can start working with our inks. Okay, that's how you clean it out. Okay, really quick, simple and easy. So pour any excess water out and flush through any water that's sat inside the nozzle, because now it's time for ink. We've now got one of our stencils, and I've stencil sprayed it down to a piece of our cardstock. This is our posh card, okay? So I've got this tacked down nicely onto the surface. I've also lined my table, just so I'm not getting any ink, any overspray areas. Should we use some of the neons? We've not used these yet.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please use the pink.
This one?
I'm desperate to see what the
It's
neon
been
pinks is like. It's beautiful.
So all these have got a crack seal on them, so just crack them open, literally, and then you're going to top up. Oh, make sure you can either keep the ring on there or take it off when you do it, so you don't go in there like that. Sometimes they fall off, sometimes they don't. And top that up. You don't need a great amount of ink inside there, okay? And then you want to get a piece of copy paper or a kitchen towel, and that's what you flush it through until your colour starts to appear.
Oh.
Now you notice there how we had this beading. That's because it had water and ink together as it was cleaning through here, which means then as you start normally, it will just give you a lovely ombre. So let's start in the centre of our card here. And this card is great to go on to. So we're going to start in the middle, airbrushing around with this pink, okay? And then I'm going to top up my airbrush gun because we've just flushed it all through. So just keep topping it up as you go. If you notice you're getting any speckles of ink, that's because it's running out and it's starting to speckle. Here we are in the centre, start to build that up, and we're going to go around and create a lovely diffused halo with this. Honestly, it's so fun to use. I love it to bits.
Pink is beautiful.
Isn't it lovely?
Now, coming from somebody, my take on this is, if you've got your flower making and things like that, and you're making your flowers.
Oh yeah, I need some
to
flowers.
do the centre of your flowers and your petals, I used to have a spray box. Well, I still have a spray box, and I'd have the tip of the flower or the petal, and I'd airbrush, and you can get the most incredible finish because it's so soft. You're not going to then end up with a line where you've inked it or anything.
Yes.
So you get a beautiful smooth brush, airbrush on it. So that's why primarily, right at the very beginning, years ago, why I actually bought an airbrush was to do my florals and my flowers.
Oh, absolutely. It works really well for that. Oh, we haven't got any silk flowers anywhere, have we? Oh,
shall I go and look?
We could.
I'm going to go and look.
Or you could grab one of your crepe, the ones, those.
I'll be back in a minute.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going around here now with that ink, and it's now bringing that yellow through. See how it's bringing that yellow through here now? Look at that. So now we're creating an ombre between the pink and the yellow together. So we're creating our mid-tone. Now I always top up my ink as I go. You, as and when you want to, add more ink to the gun. It's entirely up to you. But look at this now. Oh wow, look at that yellow starting to infill all the way around here. It is stunning, okay? So I'm now going to infill all of the corners just there. I'm just going to let that top up just into the base, just to get any excess ink out of there. Oh, we've got some. We've got some.
So to capture the edge, you actually spray and then you put the flower into the spray, okay? And then obviously in the middles, but you need to keep it at a good distance because you don't want to over ink it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we're going to have a play with that.
But these, honestly, and then on the back of this one, on the tulip, because that's how these are manufactured. That's how they do it with spray. So you can already see it's blended, but to add in that extra, just to be able to spritz and add in some extra colour. But oh, these are stunning, David.
So what we've done here is an ombre. We could then go around the outer edge of this with another colour. So Ethan thinks I've got spray on him. Don't worry, it's not gone that far. Do you think it would look nice? Maybe if I use a neon green just around the edges and see what it looks like.
Yes, please.
Because look at that. Look at that blend that we've got going on. So I'm going to take my cap off this time. There we are. And there we go. And then what we're going to do is get this ink to flow through when the colour starts to transition. Oh, it's got like a nice dark colour. I like that actually. Do you know what I'm going to do? We're going to clean it out. We're going to flush it through. So I'm going to follow you.
You follow
Yeah.
me?
And we're going to go bring it here. Now you do this under a running tap, okay? But I'm doing it here with this water that we've got because it's easier in the studio. And then flush that through until it runs nice and clear, okay? That's now cleaned out for us. As easy and simple as that. And then just flush through any of that excess water that had that ink on. And you can hear.
Towel, darling?
No, it should be all good. Yeah, I think so. And we're going to go straight in with the green.
Incredible.
I know.
Oh, I'm excited about this.
Me too. Let's have a look.
Oh, I'm having these.
Ooh.
Oh, David.
I'm going into the corners with it. So you can kind of hear when it goes. Listen to that.
It starts.
There you go. It goes. It's like when you've got a drink with a straw and you get to the bottom of it and it goes.
And it's pulling air through at that point. That's what it's doing. It's just drawing air through.
So, again, just going to go around here, finish off any areas with that lovely neon green.
Beautiful. Oh my word, I can't wait to see this.
I'll peel it this way so you can all see it. It's not covering, the stencil's not covering.
No. Oh, David.
Look at that. Oh my word. This could be on fabric, this could be on metal, this could be on wood, it could be on anything you want it to be.
Sorry?
What do you say?
It's mine.
Oh, yeah, you can have that.
I'm having that.
Shall we look at these flowers?
Cover. Yes, please.
So I'm going to clean my green out of here. Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Like this, and again flush it through. Really easy. I mean, if your craft desk isn't near a sink, just get a big bottle of water or a big tray of water like this. And if it goes really mucky, then you can just have a jug next to you. Then you fill this up with the clean water like that. And that's what you use to do a nice flush. Just like that, okay? And it's nice and clean. So I'm going to start off with one of these first, okay? And let's go in with, should we use a nice pink for this one? I think we should use this one. It's a lovely colour. So we're going to do the tips of this one pink. It's like a baby pink, this. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like. Let's just get a little bit more water out of there and we're going to flush it through. So ink goes in. Filling that up. As well, if you had too much of that colour in here and you want to put it back, this is a stopper. It comes off, use your pipette to suck it up and push it back in there.
Yep.
So you don't waste any ink.
Nope.
Okay. And then we're going to flush this through. So we're getting that lovely baby pink now. And as Amanda was saying, there's a few ways you can do this. You can twirl it into the mist, or of course you can then just go around the edges of it. So we're going to play. Let's just have a play and see what we get. So.
Look at that. But look, it looks like it's been manufactured.
Look at that.
Oh, I know, right?
That's amazing. Let's do it again. So I'm going to go right up to the tips of some of it. Just around here. I'm going a little bit closer on that one. Oh, this is amazing. Let's do the other one. So. Oh, should we have gone red? Never mind. Let's do this one. Okay, so.
Mix your colour. Put a bit of red in as well.
Let's go start with this and then work my way down.
I know, right?
Look at this.
Where's the red?
Spray it on the inside as well.
Is this the one?
And look at that. That's the jacquard ones, that one.
Right.
This one here would be the red. So what
Right,
I'm going to
okay.
do, I'm obsessed with this. Look at that rose. Look at that tulip that we've just done. And we've got our flower as well. We've gone from
Rose.
that to that.
Now, you have to be a bit more careful when you're working with your crepe paper, but you can work with the crepe
So
paper.
see, this one's already pink, so I probably would go in with red.
Yes.
So let's clean this out. Okay. Can I clean that through?
You know, when you're working at the side of David, there is some really peculiar noises sometimes that comes from his desk. And all the office sometimes go, what's that? And it's usually David at his desk doing all kinds of weird and
Just
wonderful
working
things.
hard.
Oh, have you got this? Will it work on the wood as well?
Yeah, we're going to do a little draw.
Oh.
We're going to do that afterwards. Right, so on the rose, get the red coming through.
Look at that. So that was primarily why I actually purchased one of these. Because it makes that ridiculously easy.
Now look at that. Amanda, I want to buy a big bouquet of silk flowers now and just sit here and spritz all over them with
I
my
know, right?
airbrush gun. That. Let's go on to the tips of the tulip actually with the red.
Yep.
As soon as we've got it out.
Right on the edge.
Look
You made it, yeah. I know, right? I know. You can actually then, because what's on the table, you can just dip the edges in.
at this.
That's it. And you're picking it up again. Look at that.
Oh, everybody, you need to try that. That is just stunning.
Tis.
Okay, so should we do some furniture?
Yes, please.
Okay,
I'm
so I've got
ready.
my drawers out. So we've got our pieces of, well, our
That's
piece of furniture.
actually really big for me.
I was going to say, Amanda's brought her wardrobe in. You go up to it in the morning and go, oh, what am I going to wear? Too much choice.
Oh, he does. He's naughty with me, isn't he, everybody? Oh.
So, I know, right? So, what we're going to do is pop some clean water in here to flush it through, and we'll do a nice ombre, okay? Because ombres are fun. There we are. What are you giggling at now? Honestly.
They said dress. It's properly ridiculous.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually paint the drawer unit and the drawers separately.
Oh.
So we're going to have, there's about 1 centimetre, if that width there, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to space it about the same. And then I'm going to keep the knobs on, so we're not going to pull those off. We're going to keep those on there.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is, what colour should we use?
Purple.
I love
Can
the
we go
purple.
purple into yellow?
I guess so, but it makes brown in the middle, won't it? It might go
Purple through
mud
to
in the...
green or purple to orange?
Oh, you really liked these colours, didn't you? We liked that and the pink, didn't we?
Yeah, go
Should
that
we try
one. Yeah.
Oh, let's just
You've
go
mixed
for
all
it.
your sets up now.
Well, you will when you get yours home. Okay.
We've got a message from Trisha. Hang with me just a second. I'm fetching it. I'm on my way. Right, Trisha, I'm coming back. Is it starred, Sam?
It is.
In fact,
Got a
actually, should we just leave it in? Let's do them all together. Let's do it differently. We're going to go rogue. We're just going to try it. I've got a bit of ink on the wood, so I'm going to sand it off. Okay.
Question.
Got a question?
Right, I just needed to read it first. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're
Right.
good.
So, when you take off the stencil, you have a white line around.
Yes.
What's the best way to overcome the white space? Should you spray before or after doing the stencil?
So this white line that I've got here, that's because basically to the edge of the stencil I didn't mask off any area, and also my page was bigger than my stencil. So what I would then be doing is I'd be cutting and cropping my paper right up to that edge to give me a nice white border around the edge of it. That's my best way I could explain that.
Or do you, this is it you see, or do you mean if you're doing a piece of furniture or something like that?
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Well, if you're doing a piece of furniture, what you want to do, this would be the best tip, is that get some kitchen towel and on the edge of your stencil, mask it to it. So where you've got your stencil like this onto your project, on these edges, then put some kitchen towel so your colour isn't going over a gradient and leaving a block channel in between.
And is that a continuous pattern where you line it back up and go again?
This one here, you'd have it so, yeah, it would go like that. And then you can see there where that makes a pattern in there, then it makes a pattern there, and then you then go down here and down there.
But if you then wanted also, if you don't want the white lines and you want to colour, yes, you can colour it first and then put your stencil on and then ombre it over the top. If you don't want that whiteness, absolutely, paint whatever you're painting, any colour that you want to paint it, and then apply your stencil.
Absolutely. Right, should we have a play?
Yes, please.
So,
this is exciting.
we're going to get the green.
Oh!
And we're going to start on here. So, all the way up with our green. And I'm going to stand this little piece of furniture up so I can get to the bottom area of it. And on the top of the handle.
How much easier does that make it?
All the way around here, like that. Okay. So now I'm going about halfway up. So I've got around about halfway. I'm going to put a little bit more green in, and then we're going to go to pink. Okay. A little tiny bit more green. Just so it goes right down into the base of it. Bring it just up to this edge. There we are, like that. And I've gone about halfway. Tiny bit more green. Don't want to use too much. So I'm just doing it in drips and drabs, quite literally. Okay. Look how cool this is. There we are. And this is where you can do like proper antiquing effects. Now, that's about halfway with green. Do I want more? I want more. I'm just going to keep going. Why not? Oh, we've literally only got a few minutes left. Oh my goodness. Where's that time gone? Now let's clean it and put our pink in.
Oh, would you not just put your pink in so it blends?
Well, you could do, but it's going to take a while. That green's going to overpower the pink. So it's going to be probably a different colour that we don't want before we get to our colour.
Okay.
So I'm going to clean it in between those colours.
Right.
Flush out any excess water.
Yeah.
Then go in with our pink ink. Okay. Pink ink. So I'm going to put that inside here.
I'm going to put the lid back on the green.
Okay, yes, thank you. And then I'm going to lay it flat because it's to the front where I want the most accurate blend. Filter it through, so I've just got the ink, and start to blend again. Okay. So we're going all the way around here, like that, with our blending tool.
Isn't it lovely?
Airbrush.
No brush strokes.
Oh, none at all.
No texture. It's just a beautiful, seamless blend.
Pick up that water. There we go. Just like that. Honestly, Amanda, it's amazing.
Isn't it?
A little bit more ink to the other side. Imagine doing pieces of literally your furniture in your home. How cool would that look? You know, like decorative accents, detailing, all that stuff.
Yes. But look how quick that is. Literally.
I feel like I'm jet washing.
Seconds. Oh, we've only got a minute left, David.
Okay, pretty much done.
We're done. Now imagine now going in with your gilding waxes or anything, your foils, all of that kind of thing to add in the finishing touches on there. That is just beautiful.
Look at that. We've done a two-tone piece of furniture. Yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed with that.
I don't think if you went in with your brushes...
You'd never get that.
you'd be at it for ages. You would, but it'd take an awful long time. Doing it like that has just sped it up 100 times. Isn't that super cute? Absolutely super cute. Super cute. So, thank you everybody for joining us in this hour. Oh my days, where's it gone? Because that's just flown. Remember to check out your baskets. We've had some fantastic sellouts. I know that you're all going to absolutely fall in love. And we want to see what you're making.
Yes.
When you've gotten these airbrushes at home, we really do want to see what you're making and creating.
Send me your airbrush projects.
Yes, we need to see it. So we're on our way now. You'll see us. Are we on again now next door?
Yeah.
You'll see us in a minute through there. You take care.
Bye.